Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Welcome back to the Misunderstood Show. We have very special guests today. We have Jojo Trumbly and we have Adrian Rojas. And they're going to talk to you about their business. And they're doing a pretty awesome event coming up to help raise money for some special charities that are dear to Jojo's heart. And so we're going to talk all about those things. And I'm very excited to have y'all on the show today because I love JoJo. She's just a bright light.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, I'm still over here, too.
I remember when I first met you.
Anyways.
We love you, too, Adrian.
Yes, we do. We do.
Aww.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
No, but the first time I met you, I was telling Megan about you, and she was like, oh, my God, I love her. She's like my girl, like, crush.
Yes, I'm a girl. Same.
Yeah.
I cyber stalk Megan in a healthy way. Yeah, totally get it.
Nice.
For sure.
Yeah. So and then I was just like, I love her.
Yeah.
I love her. I come to your events just because you're there. Oh. I mean, I like you, too.
It's okay.
You and Adrian. But yes.
It's fine.
I do
Just the
enjoy
forbidden
them.
marshmallow over here.
They're fun.
Thank you. I
Chop
appreciate
liver
that.
over
Yeah.
Yeah. Adrian, when I first went to one of my first net meetings, you were the person at the door who greeted me and made me feel welcome and made sure I knew what I was doing and had everything I needed.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can you say that again, like closer to the microphone so she hears it?
Oh, no, listen. I'm hard on others, but I'm the hardest on myself. So he's fine.
That's how most of us are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all are funny. Well, I do love the net, and y'all are doing some great stuff in the community and getting people. My favorite thing, obviously, Karen The Konnector. I love connecting people and connecting with people, and that's why I attend. And I always have a great
love
time.
That. Yeah.
Actually, Dick came to one of them in May, I think it was.
Did you really?
And Megan calls me. I was sick. I got not food poisoning, but I have a shellfish allergy, and I get cross-contaminated on occasions. And I was homesick, and I literally could not leave. Like I was very, very close to the restroom and not gonna go anywhere. And I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little better. I think I can go. And I told Megan, you know what? I'm gonna come up there because it's right by my house.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because she was like, yeah, Dick's here looking for you, and I was like, oh my God, I want to talk to him because it was about the show.
Yeah.
Putting the show on. And so I was like, oh my God, I need to be there. And I couldn't make it. I was back in the restroom and not feeling good.
Totally, yeah, I understand.
It was awful. It was one of those things where you feel like you're going to throw up and you feel like you're going to throw up and you never throw up and you just want to throw up.
Yes, yeah.
And it's just the worst feeling and you feel like the sweats. Mm-hmm. And I had a headache. And I was covered in rashes. I get rashes.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, I'm not going to go.
No.
Nobody wants to see me this way. My face swells too.
Lovely. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Real cute.
Yeah. I look like I've been, out drinking for days and
yeah.
It's not fun.
So, Jojo, how's the AC business going?
Yeah. I know.
No, I get it though. Like with networking, if I'm not in the mood and if it's my own thing, like I can we're on, right? But if I'm not in the mood, you ain't gonna find me there, okay? Like I need to have time to be in a cave.
You gotta have the energy.
Yeah.
You have to be in a good mood. Because if you're not and you show up, you're not gonna, and you have a first impression with somebody.
Yes.
Yeah. And you have to come with a plan. You can't just show up and be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time that are struggling with networking. They're putting in the effort, going to the places, but then they go and sit and talk to the same people over and over and over again. You have to come with a plan. You're networking. You're not drinking.
Right.
You are coming to meet new people, establish new relationships.
Exactly.
I think people drink because they are uncomfortable.
Could be.
Which
and
I
there's
don't.
nothing wrong
I
with it.
don't drink because y'all know why I don't drink.
There's nothing wrong with the drinking, but when people look from the outside looking in, it's like, oh, it's just going out and just having
Social
drinks with
hour.
friends. It's like, well, you're not doing it right.
That's correct.
Correct.
I completely agree, and I think a lot of those networking groups that I go to have been to. there is a lot of that, and I typically won't go back because I feel like everybody's just getting drunk or having fun. I'm like, I'm not here to party, and I'm honest, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to do
100%.
business.
I don't think that's
I'm here
rude
to
at
do
all.
business, do good business, you know,
Yeah.
and be professional and let people know, like, here, we're trying to be the best customer service and take care of everything and make sure that people, get what they need, right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all are in the same business. Y'all are dealing with people who need things that they can't live without.
Yeah.
Truly.
You can't live without AC, not here.
Yeah, no way.
I had no AC for 5 days, and
The worst.
it was in
Was that over Barrel?
beginning of June.
Oh,
No, it was before that.
no.
Our AC just went out.
Oh.
The downstairs. And
Yeah,
we're,
yeah.
We're in a rent house, so we didn't get to choose our person.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of glad because I know a couple AC people, and I'm like, I don't want to have to choose. I refer y'all out. Like, when people are like, oh, do you know an AC person? I just give them 2 or 3 names. I'm
Yeah.
like, I love all these people.
I love
You
that.
decide.
Yeah.
Call around
Every-
and figure out who you like and who
Yes.
you're going to work well with. But I can
Yes.
guarantee you that all 3 of these people are honest. They're all going to take care of you. So whether it's a price thing or an area thing, sometimes it's different areas, or
Yeah.
or if y'all are too busy and the other one's not, because that changes.
Yeah.
On a daily basis, you're busy and they're not,
Yeah.
and they're busy and you're not. I'm like, just call around and just feel like whatever is best for you. But I do feel like most of the people I refer out price wise, I tell people, I'm like, don't just go with the cheapest, even though they're referred. You got
Sure.
to figure out who you're going to work well with.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier about sometimes you have to fire people
Yes.
because
100%.
your personalities clash.
Especially in our business. I mean,
Yes.
we're with a client for a couple of months sometimes.
Yeah.
Between
God.
the picking out stage and
Right.
the pricing and then starting the remodel and
And being
the
able
whole
to
house.
start right away.
Yeah.
Because some people don't want to wait.
Yeah.
They're in a time schedule maybe.
Yeah.
But like my AC, I had to wait 5 days for this part, and I couldn't shop around because it's not my choice.
Yeah,
that
and you're stuck in this.
pigeonhole me. And if I had, if I could have called my people, I could have called 3 different people. Hey, who can get here the fastest? Because that's really what matters to me right now. I don't care how much it costs. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
dying. It's 85 degrees in my house.
Yeah.
Even with the upstairs going full
Yeah.
blast. So yeah, it was rough. So it's really important. And then the floors. I mean, if somebody has flooding, especially,
Right.
Yeah.
they get water damage. They've got to get those floors done quick. They can't, or
Yeah.
cabinets.
Floors,
the
cabinets,
You do
yeah.
cabinets. Like if their cabinets get wet, they've got to get those cabinets in there before they start anything.
Yeah. Or if there's, a lot of people have been getting hit with roof damage recently from Barrel.
Right.
What they don't realize is water will run through the walls.
Walls.
If your interior walls aren't insulated, there's not very much to stop the water from going down.
Right.
And you'll get water behind the cabinets, downstairs in the kitchen with you can't see
you
any
have
water
no
on the inside.
idea.
You have no idea. And
Until
if
they
I
fall off.
well until
they
the mold starts
mold.
to
Yeah,
grow,
yeah.
and you have again still no idea until it's a huge problem, right? So it's tough. People are wanting it when they want it. They want it right now.
And what about the electrical? I was curious. The electrical is back there
Mm-hmm.
in the walls, and it's getting wet. I
Yeah.
mean,
It can. I mean, usually, it takes a little bit, a lot of water. Oftentimes, when water's running down the stud, it will kind of soak into the wood, right? So we're not talking about, a bucket splashing onto this, just a constant trickle that gets absorbed and just stays moist
Yeah.
and puddles up. But, I mean, you can get shorts.
I've always wanted to build my house out of like a barndominium and
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
all steel framing instead of wood, because
Yeah.
then I never have to worry about it
Yeah. I mean,
getting
that's
wet
perfect.
or bugs or
Yeah.
termites or anything.
Well, you'd be surprised. Barn doors can still get hit with bugs. That'll be a good conversation to have with Excalibur.
For sure. I
Because
wish
you
he was
can. You
here.
can get termites.
I know.
Yeah. We had a few people lined up for the 3rd seat, and unfortunately people are sick and busy, and
They heard it was me and Adrian. They're like, nah, we're good.
they're like,
gotta
who's
get a
going to
word
be on
in.
the show
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
who's going to be on
Yeah.
the show? And I'm like, oh yeah, Jojo and
Yeah.
Adrian. They're like, oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, the
Hard
structure
pass.
of your barn dominium is steel, but the interior is still built with a wood frame.
Well, that's what
So
I'm saying.
your
I want
walls
to do my
and-
Yeah.
whole thing with wood, with steel.
With just steel.
And I've
bet you
seen it
could.
done. Like
Yeah.
a friend of mine, that's what he does for a living is he builds barndominiums, and he did his whole house with steel framing on the interior.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also did
Interesting.
the double insulation on every interior wall.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
you can't hear through the walls. If there's a fire, it prevents the fire from going through because it's not wood, beams. It's not, and then you have the insulation, and it also helps for cooling. It's more expensive. But he also put like the cheapest, not the cheapest, but he just put like real wood cabinets, but he put like basic, like flat cabinets for mica countertops, stained concrete. Like he did everything else, like, you know, the cheapest stuff he could do for fans and light fixtures, because he didn't care about that stuff. He's very practical, and I am too. I like cute, but not at cost. I like to be practical and have an efficient home.
Yeah,
And then just do cute artwork and put it in there, like my kids' artwork or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm very practical, and I just feel like that would be such a better way.
With any remodel project, there's always a teeter-totter, a balance between function and fashion.
Yeah.
You can't totally eliminate one because you will alienate anybody else that wants to visit your home or purchase your home at a later date.
Yeah, it would be hard if somebody bought my house and was built that way. They can't just like tear walls down when they're steel.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, and move walls around.
I mean, you can go with all function or all fashion. You're just going to alienate a lot of the populace.
I want to put one of those silos in the middle of my house and make it into a theater room.
Okay, theater room.
Because it sounds like
corn
sound
or
is
something.
better in a round room. That's why they do like a lot of music. All like music studios are round, and like
Interesting.
some theaters are round, amphitheaters are round, domes, concerts, they're in round buildings because the sound is better. Or people go buy yurts so they can record, like, you know, hippies.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
I don't think it's just hippies, but
No, I know what you're saying.
You know
Now.
what I
Yeah,
mean.
I'm like thinking back to
I
all
can
the
just see like a boho
Definitely
yurt.
all the
targeting the
stages
hippie
have like
population.
that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, anyway, I just thought it would be cool to have like a silo in the middle and then build the barnuminium around it where the silo like sticks up in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could have like
Good.
some walk up there. Like you could go to the top and look out.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Like a lookout. I grew up in Canyon Lake, so there's a lot of houses that have lookouts.
I love that.
And I just think that's so neat.
I bring
it's
my telescope up there.
It's like an adult tree house.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
See that?
See a view. Not in the woodlands because there's trees everywhere. Or in the forest here in East Texas. Too many trees. Too many trees. But in West Texas, that's what I want to do.
Trees.
But yeah, so tell me how you got into the business and what you did before, because you were a teacher and now you're a HVAC girl.
Yeah.
And run a networking and do charity and raise a kid and your wife and
Yeah. You know, so I have a lot of free time. No, so when I met my husband, he was working for another company. There was some like shady stuff going on at that company, and when he got aware of it, he quit that day and came home and said, I'm going to start my own business. And I said, no, you're not.
because they were doing something they asked him to do something kind of shady.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he has morals.
Yes, yeah. And that's what like really first attracted me to him. He's very honest, almost to a fault. Like I can be like, does this look cute? And he'll be like, no. Which I love. Like I need someone to just like, please just, because I've lived a lot not in the truth. So I need that, you know? So yeah, that's how that started. And then to like continue it going is networking. So we just started networking and it literally changed our whole lives. And I'm able to like be at home with my daughter more. We make our own schedules. Like we have 7 employees now. So we're also taking care of other families. It's been a blessing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so he started his own. You were a teacher, and then eventually you decided to quit teaching and go work with him.
Yeah, it was too like I would get home, finish grading papers, and then turn around and like do stuff for him. And I was just getting so burnt out. I couldn't. It was like that weird transition. Like we can't afford to hire another full-time salary office manager, but like I also can't afford to like keep teaching and then coming home and working. Like it's too much, you know? So
yeah, because people don't understand the teachers work all day,
yeah.
and then they come home and grade papers,
Yeah, and then plan for like the next week's curriculum
and then
stuff
type
like
in
that.
grades.
Yeah, or there was like
And
after
send out
school
emails.
stuff, like meet the parents, and like my population that I served, a lot of their parents didn't know how to read or didn't speak English, so I started a literacy program with adults. And I taught the adults how to help their own students with their work. I never gave homework because some of my kids literally didn't have homes. But if
Because you were in a Spanish immersion type program. Teaching Spanish kids that only knew Spanish English.
Yeah. So it was big, like, if you can read a book tonight, awesome. But I know even though you're like 7, 8 years old, you're taking care of your 2 younger siblings and cousins, and you need to make dinner and all the things. So like, it was.
I feel that
you got to reach them where they're at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We talked a little about my past, and I feel that in my soul.
Yeah.
I was doing that. I had 4 little brothers. 3 of them were at home with me.
You were the type of student I taught, 100%.
Yeah, I was always taking care of my brothers, giving them baths and feeding them, and I was a mom at a young age, and then I was like, I'm never having children, and I hate boys. And then God he has a really sick, twisted sense of humor sometimes.
Yeah.
I have 2 biological boys and 2 adopted stepchildren, and so I have 4 boys and a girl, but. So it's kind of like where I came from, but flipped. She's the youngest. I was the oldest. And obviously they're not having to take care of each other.
Yeah, it's so different how, like...
we feed them and wash their clothes and take care of them. Actually, they're spoiled, but,
But that's awesome because, like, your family did the best they could, and then you took the torch and you, like, continued it, and then your kids will take it even further. Like, that's what it's all about. Girl, don't get me emotional. Like, that's amazing.
I hope so. That's my biggest hope. We talked about that too. I have like 3 things for my kids. I'm like that I ask of them. Yeah. We can't talk about religion on the show, but.
Well, the 3 things I taught my class students, I said, be responsible, be respectful, and be safe. Yeah. Those are the only 3 rules I have for you. So, like, in everything you do, are you being safe? Are you being respectful? Are you being responsible? And if you are like. Can answer those 3, you're good.
You have a very teacher mindset.
Yeah.
Teachers always have like acronyms and stuff for different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to meet people where they're at,
Yeah. I think that's great.
Yeah.
It's too bad you're not a teacher anymore. I bet they miss you.
I'll definitely, maybe when I'm retired, I'll go back for sure. When my daughter starts school, I don't know if I'm going to private school or public school her. So, like, if I do public school her, I'm the crazy mom, like, PTA I will come. Board. No, I will be a substitute. I still have my teaching license. Like, I will come back. And not in a, like, I'm a huge advocate for teachers. If they're called, like, what my kid do, I'm immediately going to listen to them first and not be like, she's an angel. Like, please. She's mine. What'd she do wrong?
I always gave my teachers permission to, do what they needed to do. As long as, you're not allowed to, like, hit my kid or scream at them. But
no. Yeah. As long as you're respectful to my child, be hard on my discipline
kids.
them.
I'm hard on my kids.
As it should. Yes, because if you're not, they're going to be
rotten.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Adrian, tell us a little bit about how you got where you are.
Well...
and what do
after
you do?
my previous, I own in-home floors. We do floors, cabinets, countertops, and painting, serving the greater Houston area. And after my previous employment, I decided to go into business for myself. I thought I could do the same thing better. And it's been a very interesting journey, but we've got a great brand, a great team of people, and a really cool product and service that we offer to everyone with a lot of points of difference that really separate us from everybody else. Because just like everybody knows a realtor, everybody knows, a general contractor or someone that's tried to get into the business of, restoration, or they know somebody. And so it's been a really interesting journey trying to create a big of enough points of separation, or a large enough point of separation, that we're able to have a really interesting and really awesome product that we give to people.
Can you explain what is the difference between you and other people? For instance, y'all offer financing and all different types of financing.
Yeah.
The cabinet situation. Can you explain that?
We have a ton of different financing that we offer clients. It's not my job to tell people how to buy it. It's to give them every opportunity to buy. And you'd be surprised how many people need, especially right now with insurance. People are learning what a deductible is. All right, there's tons of people out there that are like, all right, great, I've got insurance.
People have a 5% deductible, and I'm like...
They've got a $45,000 approval from insurance. Okay, great, we need to get a roof, a couple of bathrooms and a kitchen done. That should be enough. Oh no, hold on. Wait, you've got a $20,000 deductible, so you're only getting $25,000 of that dollars.
Right.
Well, they can't just not have a kitchen. They need options for getting a hold of money, right? So having financing all the way from 0% loans to going out to 240 months if people need, right? Whatever budget is that people are trying to get, I have a solution to be able to help them make their house feel like a home, right? But that's one point of difference. Another, like you're mentioning, is the cabinets. We wanted to have not just the products that we offer, but the service that we offer to be a big point of difference. When people are talking about doing a remodel in their home, oftentimes it's, it's going to be 3 months, or going to be 6 months, and where am I going to live? How am I going to stay? Is there going to be sharp things? Is it going to be dangerous? It's a construction zone. What's the deal? Well, with us, we actually can turnkey from demolition to finishes in about a month and a half, depending on the remodel.
4 to
right?
6 weeks, something like that.
4 to 6 weeks, yeah. Which is, not a lot of people offer that in a turnkey installation, right? Also because we're not just a general contractor. I have, a physical location. We're a kitchen and bath remodeling center. We've got, warranty. We've got, business insurance. There's a lot of extra security in buying from a company versus a contractor or a general contractor. One of the great things about building in Texas is that there's not a lot of licensing.
Right. You don't have to have a general contractor license.
Correct. You only need a electrician license, plumber's license, and an HVAC license to build a house, right? So good thing is it keeps costs down and keeps houses moving along pretty quickly. The bad part about it is, I can go print out business cards today that says I've been building homes for 47 years, being 34 years old, and people just have to go on my word, and I can go and start selling houses legally.
That's why it's important to research people too.
Right.
And referrals and partners and all that kind of stuff, references.
Yeah, and that was
really
another
important.
thing. Partners. That was going to be our third point of difference in trying to establish great partnerships in which we can grow together, right? Because that's what you want. You want to see.
You've partnered with like Renovation Cells, Byron Stewart.
Yep.
And Mattress Mac.
Yeah. We've got a special going on right now with Cali Furniture. Yep, and that's
That's so
you are the
cool.
people that. You are the people that you
He's
surround
like our
yourself with.
local celebrity.
When he
Mac.
told
For
me
people
about
who are listening
that,
to this who don't know who
Stop
Mattress Mac
it.
is,
I was like, can you hug him for me? Like, oh my
he
God.
came to Lions Club last year.
I touched him with his hand.
Yes.
Let me. Let me
Never
touch you
washed
with
that
it.
hand.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's a hoot. He's full of he's just so like vibrant still. Like
I love
Yeah.
it.
I hope I'm like him when I'm old.
Same.
No offense, Mattress Mac. We love you. But for people who aren't from here, Mattress Mac, he kind of got his reputation because there's been a lot of hurricanes and
Yeah. He's always the first one to step up.
He's the first
and
one
help out.
giving out mattresses to everybody, giving out furniture to everybody. It
Food.
was Hurricane Harvey. He gave away
Giving
how many
shelter.
mattresses?
Shelter. Oh,
Shelter.
I don't know.
He's let
People
people
don't
stay
stay
in his
there.
warehouses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
veterans whenever they're
Veterans.
There's
coming
literally
to help
gallery
out, yeah.
furniture, like emergency trucks that
Yeah.
like drive around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
giving
definitely
out
I
doing
water.
love that. Yeah,
Like,
that's such
he
a
does.
vibe.
He does a lot for the community, and
Yeah.
that's why he's famous in our area
Yeah.
is because of his big heart.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
anyway,
So
and
creating strategic partnerships is huge for any business, right? Because you want, like Byron Stewart's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's a great guy, very
and
knowledgeable
I
to what he
think
does.
too, it's important to support people and businesses that give back to the community, not just the business that is good or that but I also feel like it's really important, like you were talking about, it's a, what did you say earlier? You said something about it. I asked you why you chose to do this 100
So
businesses.
yeah, my parents have always instilled in me a sense of when you have it good, you need to like give that good out
Share
too.
it.
Yeah,
Share
you know
the
what I mean?
wealth.
It's a sense of responsibility, and it's something I just really enjoy doing because I've had it really good and I've had it not great. So I can empathize with like being there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yes, girl. Yes, we're gonna hang out after this. Okay.
Adrian, same.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, you really
Everyone,
need to
you
be
know?
able to.
You don't talk
To
about
give back.
your personal life very much. We just know that you sing a lot of karaoke and
I
you
do
like
not
to
strike that from the
have
record.
fun.
We're gonna cut
Therapy
that
with
in
Karen the
editing.
Konnector.
We're gonna-
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just
I'm
curious.
It all started in childhood.
No, I mean,
Adrian is
honestly,
very
my
like,
social life.
Yeah.
My social life revolves around my business. As y'all know, networking is a huge part of why we're all successful.
Yes.
And I have turned networking into my
fun,
passion.
friends.
It's my social. It's my way I get out and about and talking to people. And
Did you not have any friends before?
Oh, I do. I've got quite a few. We actually just for my birthday, we just had 35 people down floating the river.
Right.
Which was a great
I know.
time.
I was sad I missed that.
Yeah, it looked fun.
Yeah. We have
A
children.
lot of fun
so-
that I probably not gonna have for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, children are not great to bring
I've
to the
got
river.
7 years. I have my count.
Not with your parents,
Like
anyway.
7 years, 8 months,
There you go.
3 days because school starts or 2 days.
Oh wow, yes.
Just waiting for them to graduate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can relate to that too because I'm a mom. I have like a very limited time to be social.
Yeah.
So it kind of just blends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have
You
to
use that
really
time
make
wisely.
your time away from your family needs to be
Important.
productive.
Yeah.
And you can't just go out and have fun.
Yes.
You've got to make sure that you're doing, and that's why it's important. Like with the net, I feel like it's just a good group of actual professionals trying to do business with each other. That's just what I've gotten from that group, and they like to have fun, and it's a great group of people. But they're there to do business.
And
They
that's part
want
of the-
to help each other do business. And
Yes.
Not everybody's like that, and I think it's
That's
important.
part of the planning we were talking about earlier. I mentioned having a plan and going out to the meeting. Well, that's what I do, right? I have a plan of, depending on the size of the event or the meeting or whatever it is, I'm going to meet 5 people. If it's a smaller event, 3 people. And after that, I can play. I can go hang out with my friends and go do cornhole and everything else. But it's business first and then take
and
care
then
of the fun.
relax.
Yeah, and you could do that all within the scope of the net. And sometimes when I'm not feeling the best or, it's not been a great day, I might just skip the meeting the 5 people and just go straight to just hanging out and having a good time with friends. But I mean, everybody needs that from time to time.
Yeah.
It can't be all business all the time. And, as long as you don't do that every time, you can have a cheat meal every now and again.
Oh my God.
As long as you don't do it all the time, I mean, and realize, you are going to those events for a purpose and it is for your business, you will continue to remain productive.
Right. But you also don't want to come off as like super pushy or salesy. So there's a good
For sure.
balance of going and being a professional and getting to know people and being genuine about wanting to either help them or
Correct.
figure out, this is something I try to tell people is we all know those people that show up, they're salesy. They're there to just figure out who's going to give them what.
Yeah.
Take. And here's my card. That does not work.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that. It's like when you go to buy a car and they walk up and they're trying to. I love when I go to buy a car and the guy's like, hey, is there anything I can help you with? Then here's my card. If you need me, let me know. I'll be inside or I'll be over here or whatever.
Yeah.
Just let me know. And if you want to test drive or whatever, and they walks away and lets us like
I
do our
respond
thing.
better to that.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing in networking. It's like, hey, go up to people, especially some people are uncomfortable. And I love talking to those people that are uncomfortable.
Me too. Yes.
As long as I'm not if I'm in a position where I don't know anybody, I'm like, ooh, I'm scared. But if I'm in an area where I've already met several people there and I see like new people come, I love that because I'm that person. I know what that feels like to be that person.
Yeah.
And so I love to go up to them and just make them, hey, welcome. What do you do? Who invited you? Blah, blah, blah. And just start to get to know them a little bit. And usually, if you're a good conversationalist, which most of us are, because that's why we're in this business, is just naturally let it flow and get to know them and be genuine about it.
Yep.
And
and
that's how you're going to make relationships with people and follow up with them.
That's the
Follow up.
thank you.
Follow up.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, you've
Yes.
got to follow up. And sometimes
Yeah.
you've got to follow up a few times because people
Yes.
are busy and they forget. And so if you really are either wanting theirs, I have to follow up with people to get there sometimes to get them. I'm like, hey, I need your services. I really need you to call me, like, please. And I have to keep asking. They're like, oh my God, Karen, I forgot. Because they're so used to just helping their clients. And they see me here and there and out and about. And I'm like, hey, I really need you to come do this. Like, call me.
I wasn't joking.
I really, and I have to follow up with them sometimes, but I think it goes both ways. Like, if you want people to give you business, you've got to give them business. If you want people to give you referrals, you have to give them referrals. And you should always start with the giving and let the other stuff come naturally, and don't count tit for tat. Oh, I gave you a referral, now you owe me one. It doesn't work that way, because some people don't have the ability to give you a referral, even if they want to. But you give them referrals, they might say some really nice stuff to you, to this person who can give you referrals.
Exactly.
It always does. It always comes back full circle. What do you want to say, Adrian?
Well, no, I was just going to say, that's why, I used the terminology earlier of just meeting people, not with intention of doing business with them. Just go and talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it is totally disarming. You're just having a conversation with somebody. And even if you're not talking to someone that is directly helpful to your business, you have a good conversation, they're going to be like, you know what? I know somebody over here. He does this and da-da-da. That's how you build your network, right?
And you never know. You
just
might
have
meet
a conversation.
your next best friend. Yeah.
And it's hard for people that walk into a networking thing that aren't as, proficient at it as, some of the experts. It's very easy to get overwhelmed, to walk into a room full of people and you don't know anybody. But a really easy way to overcome that fear, other than alcohol, is to just go have a conversation. Don't have any other intentions or expectations on what that conversation is meaning or what's going to come out of it. Just go talk to somebody.
Yeah. Right? I suggest not drinking, especially if you're nervous, because I think that brings out the worst in people sometimes.
I like to be at the welcome table, and when they come in, ask them, like, what do you do? And then I will go find, like, if there were an electrician, I would go find another, like, GC flooring myself. Hey, this is so-and-so. They do this. Here you go. And then I drop them off with that group of people that I know will be good. And then I go back and I snag some more,
That's awesome.
Because, like, I've been that awkward person. Like, two people are talking and you, like, want to get in the conversation, but they don't let you in the conversation. So then you're awkwardly just kind of, like, stand. Like, no. I'll never go back. Partly because, like, I'm so embarrassed, So just like,
well, I think birds of a feather flock together. So if you have people that are welcoming, like everybody at the net I've met is welcoming.
Yes,
everybody.
Because that is like how we have set the culture and the tone. That is so important to us.
Groups and they're not. I'm in BNI.
I know.
And every single BNI group is completely different. I mean, they try to run it structured, but the feel, the vibe, the people. It's so different. And that's why I tell people, they're like, well, I've been to BNI and I don't like it. And I've been to networking, I don't like it. I've been to happy hour and it's a waste of time. You can't just put everything in the one box.
Yes.
You know, most happy hours, I think, are kind of a waste of time. And honestly, I don't want to go because I'm tired and I want to go home to my kids and, just do my thing. But I needed like a break. I talk to like probably 30 people a day and I'm worn out. Sometimes 100 people. Depending on what we're doing, right?
Yeah. Totally.
Talking on the phone, texting, social media, going to events, doing classes, all the running around I do, going to offices, all this stuff. I meet so many people, and it's hard for me to keep it all together in my brain.
Yeah.
And so, I'm just done.
Totally.
And I know you're done. And even you don't have kids, but you are one. So I'm just kidding.
Come on.
We were talking earlier about how he's like, I don't know what that is. We're so old. You're super young too, though.
I started at 28 with Stella, so how old am I now? She's 30 now. I'm 32. 32 right now.
Yo, baby.
Oh, I'm 34.
Yeah, y'all are babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still feel like I'm cosplaying as an adult right now. It's like really fun, but like
I feel like 30s are weird. Like you still feel young,
but
then you also feel like you have to be like more mature.
Yeah,
I guess you're kind of in the in between, or people don't really take you seriously yet.
Yes,
or the expert, but then I mean sometimes they do. I think it depends on how I've always looked young. I guess as people say, I look young. In my 30s, people thought I was 20. Mm-hmm. So it was just hard to get anybody to even listen to me, and so I just feel like everyone's like, but you look so young. And people would just talk to me like I was a total idiot, And I'm like, first I'm a girl. We know how that goes.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I just make me just want to rip my hair out. But I'm telling you, when you turn 40, something happens.
I can't wait. I think 40 is hot.
I love 40.
Like
The 40s are the best.
women in their 40s, like I bow down. I can't.
That's the
like,
best year of my
I've
life.
Seen even in the 50s, like my in-laws and my mom. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm okay with this. We can.
I met my husband
know?
when I was 42, so that was.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I finally knew what I wanted.
Good for
in
you.
a man. I wrote down what I wanted.
Yeah.
36 things.
Oh.
We're not picky. It's fine.
I was
but
very
no, if I look like that, I'd be
36
picky too. Okay?
I went
Hey.
over that list and rewrote it and rewrote it.
You
and rewrote
manifested
it.
him.
That's what everybody says. No, literally, Yellowstone had just come out. That guy Casey on Yellowstone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I need a Casey. Like for real, right? He's cowboy, but he's also like sensitive.
Yeah,
He's handsome.
Yeah.
You know, I love him.
Yeah.
I don't know about his wife. She's a little whiny for me, but
Sure.
right? I'm like, suck it up, Buttercup. You're a Native American. Y'all been through way worse stuff. Come on now. Like
You're talking about his wife on the show?
on the show.
Oh my
okay.
And
gosh.
I'm like, every time I watch her, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go make her some banana bread or a sandwich or something because she is starving. She's so thin and white. I feel bad. I shouldn't talk about her like that. That's not nice. I hope she never hears this.
It's okay. It's it's different. It's
I'm
fine.
pretty sure nobody on Yellowstone is listening to this.
Yeah, no. But if you are, feel free to sponsor.
Yeah, please.
Come to the show.
But anyway, so no, I watched that show and I
Yeah.
had my list, and a good friend of mine, Wesley, he's a Jew. So he doesn't believe Jesus was a savior, you know. And I'm like, come on, Wesley, you know he was. But anyway, I didn't say that. But he was like, girl, even Jesus doesn't have all those qualities. Like, good luck. And
Sure,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, I'm telling you, I can't live without any of these things. And he's
That's
like,
so
he's like,
good, though.
seriously?
That is
he's like,
so
they have
awesome,
to half step,
Karen.
2-step, and waltz. And I was like, I mean, I would
Yes.
like them to be able to do that at my age. I can't teach them
Yeah.
anymore. Like, it's like you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to have to fix him.
It's very
I don't
hard
want
for a
have to
lady to
teach him.
teach a man
I
how to
want him to
dance.
come out of the box and be ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I wrote my
Out of the
list, and I was like, I would rather be alone
Yes.
than live without any of these, than live without these any
Yeah.
of these qualities. And
Totally.
there was like some specific things on that list. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
bring it one day.
You should. I want to
But
see
I
it. Yeah.
literally met him like a few weeks later. And
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so Wesley meets him and he was like, "Oh my God, he has all the qualities." And I was like, "I know, it's crazy."
Yeah, I'm gonna lock that
Except
down.
one.
Okay.
He was.
Can we say it on air?
Yeah.
Okay. What was it?
I had on there over 6 foot, and he's only 5'11".
Only 5'11". I mean, it'll do.
I'm 5'9.5", so
That's still good.
But he's
You still
actually,
eat
like-
peanuts off your head. You're
he's
fine.
like an inch and a half taller than me.
I mean,
Yeah.
and 5'11" guys say they're 6 foot all the time anyway. So
That's true.
it's-
Yeah,
Almost true.
He didn't.
He's
but
like, I'm 5'12".
I love when people say that.
Yeah,
5'12". That's so funny. Yeah, but I can't wear like, my tall wedges and stuff.
Yeah,
I can,
yeah.
but I'm like a giant. Especially if I leave the house and he's like not in any shoes.
Yeah.
It's pretty hilarious. I'm like, bye, babe.
That's so cute.
He's like, oh my God, take your shoes off. No, he doesn't seem to mind. He's very confident. And
That's hot.
did you watch the show that he was on?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we had him on. He did the
I'll have to go back
Sustainable
and watch that.
Rancher.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a vibe.
So yeah,
Very
he's very
cool.
Casey, like from
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
Love that.
Very much like him,
Okay.
just better. I think
Yeah.
he's a great dad, and he's very smart, and he's handsome, and he loves me, and that's all that matters.
That's all. Yeah.
Yep.
And he
Well, that
dances.
and
That's the most
34
important
other
part.
things. But only those things matter. That's
true.
That's all that matters.
He has all the things. He's awesome. But yeah, so we got way off subject.
Yeah, it's
Um,
fine.
Yeah.
So what's
Maybe
misunderstood about air
Adrian needs to
conditioning?
make a list. You need to make a list.
You should make a list.
A
Huh?
wish list.
A wish, like
Manifest
a
your
manifestation
girl.
list.
I don't want to be manifest a girl right now.
Oh, like Weird Science when they manifest the girl.
Well, I manifested
Did y'all ever watch
earlier
that
this
movie?
year. Weird Science.
Y'all are too young for that.
There's a lot of apps for manifesting girls. I don't need to. Right now, I don't.
I'm so glad I missed that whole boat.
Me too.
Honestly, like I couldn't imagine.
So I've
I
never
would feel so like
You didn't meet your husband on a dating website?
no. Mm-mm.
Where'd you meet him?
Through my roommate at her birthday party. She invited him, and I was like, You're cute.
Nice.
Yeah.
Aw.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you've
Old
never...
school.
Nope.
No.
Nope. There was a point in time where I was looking for it, but now with the business, I honestly don't have the
time.
space required. Not just time. It's multiple things, but the space in my life that would make me feel like I'm giving
Showing
my full
up.
attention to somebody,
That makes sense.
right? And not just time, but effort and finances and the whole litany of I just don't have enough space
He
to be
doesn't
able to
have the
completely
36.
Not yet.
Well, I have
Not
the
yet.
36 things. I'm not
Okay.
worried about
You
that.
do not have the 36 things.
Well,
on
maybe
my
not
list.
you.
Usually,
Your
I just run their
36
credit
things.
score. I don't
Maybe not your 36 things.
like show me your credit score.
Literally, when I met my husband,
Okay.
I was like, I need to see your credit karma. And he was like, I
Yeah.
don't have that. I'm like, you're going to have to sign up.
Yeah.
Like,
Hello.
I've been duped before. I'm not doing that again.
No, ma'am. But I was in that same headspace when I met Jehu. I was like, I can't, like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not looking. And then, it happened.
You never know. It's kind of like
it can happen.
networking.
I'm not
Well,
totally
that's-
shut off
And
to
that's the
anything
thing
like
about
that.
networking.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. Like no, it's
Interesting.
weird because like I'll be thinking I need something, right?
Yeah.
Or I'm needing to do something, and then I'll meet somebody
Mm-hmm.
at a networking event. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've needed to like find somebody that does what you do, and
Yeah.
it literally like just weird how when
Yeah.
you start manifesting. I don't know if it's manifesting. I don't believe in manifesting. I just believe that we're all connected and God made us all, and He knows what's going on, and He makes stuff happen, and He's up there, having His fun. Sometimes I don't like His fun, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's all a reason for everything, and yeah, you'll find the right person.
For
will.
sure.
I mean, you like girls,
will.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I was just making sure. You never know.
And
You-
it's fine
you
either
never
way.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally
Whatever,
fine.
whatever is
I
your
like
preference.
girls too. It's fine. I understand.
Yeah, no, that's just not the current season or chapter of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
I'm
just
trying to grow the
feel that.
business.
yeah,
I'm trying
and
to get on
you've
stable
just
footing
partnered with
everywhere.
Mattress Mac, and you're about to blow up, and you don't
Yeah.
have time for that, and you've just got all these dreams coming, and
Yep.
you're fixing to have a big change in your life.
Yep. When I give that
On
to
a
somebody, I want to be able to give it full 100%.
Yeah, I think she'll be
No
very
holding
lucky
back. And she will.
because we'll all be here to make sure that you're good to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Pray for the woman that don't even know her yet.
Jehu's mom would
You
say
have all
that
these
about
women
me.
around you.
Yeah.
Christy and everybody.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
There's quite a few that are waiting on the moment.
We'll call you out too. You know that.
It's
Yeah.
and it's been. My mother has stopped
Whoever the
poking about
future
the
girl
grandkids.
is.
Yes.
She doesn't even poke about grandkids anymore. She's like, I can tell you about it.
Well,
you
I
know,
mean,
interviewing
guys
applications.
Guys
It's
can wait
different. You
forever
can-
to have
exactly.
kids. I have a friend that his dad was 70 years old when he was born. You've got time.
Wait, hold on.
Say that again.
His dad was 70 when he was born.
Oh, I thought I
Whoa.
heard
He was a
seven.
I
state
heard 7
seven,
too. I was
too.
about to say
70.
much better. Carry on.
70.
Okay.
He was my stained concrete
not
guy.
much.
He did
Well, no,
like
yeah, so
etching and
much
stained
better.
concrete. One of my guys. I had two guys back home that I used for stained concrete and etching, and he was one of my designers. I just saw him this summer. I ran into him.
He's
He
70
was at a
years
networking event on the Guadalupe River, and I ran into him. And
Yeah.
I was walking by, and I was like, "What's going on here?" And then I see him. There's all these people in
Yeah.
all state shirts, and he's one of their preferred partners.
Oh, okay.
And so anyway, I stopped and we chit chatted for a minute. But I used to do his photography and marketing. Like I would make him flyers and stuff back when I was a photographer. And
Yeah.
so anyway, it's just funny how things. But yeah, I was introducing to my husband. I'm like, remember I was telling you I knew a guy that his dad was because one day we were like talking to a friend of ours. It was arguing with me that you can't have kids at 17. And I'm like, yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
A
Well, the
man
guy
can.
can.
A girl-
Not the girl.
Yeah, girl can.
No, we stopped having the ability to do that when we ran out of eggs
Yeah.
at like 60 probably.
That long. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there are women in their 50s that still have children on occasion.
That
It's not
makes
as
me
likely.
nauseous to think about.
Makes me nauseous to
great
think
for
about
them,
having a
but
kid
like,
right now
I
sometimes.
Same girl. Same.
I'm like, I thought I wanted another kid because I really wanted to have a kid with my husband.
Sure.
Just like a mini, half him, half me, see what
Yeah.
they look like,
Yeah.
raise them the way we would have raised our kids together.
Yeah.
Our kids would all despise that kid.
And then they'd
No,
have
they would
72
love that
things.
one. I have a
That would be
friend.
the most spoiled child.
Yeah, they would
For
love
sure.
that one.
I know. I really would. I was like, man, if God wants it to happen, it'll happen. But I mean, I'm getting to an age where my kid would probably have Down syndrome or something if I had a kid at this age. So
yeah, it's more
my
complicated.
eggs are really old.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, you're a geriatric pregnancy. You know, geriatric pregnancy starts at 35.
Yes, I do, because I'm 32.
Oh, so you have a couple more years to have another one. You better hurry up.
Yeah, I can hear it clicking. It's fine.
No, but I think it's fine. I think after 35, you still have another 5 years at least.
Yeah. But like, I'm trying to like plan out my life like an idiot. And like, I don't want to be in kindergarten carpool and like when I'm old, you know? I don't know.
Did y'all see who won the Astros game last night?
No.
Did y'all catch that? No.
No.
Anyway? No. Okay.
I went to bed early. Did you, Dick? Astros game? No. Mm-mm. I haven't been keeping up with it.
No. Yeah.
I had 3 baseball games this weekend for my son. They had a tournament, the middle school matchup tournament.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's hot outside.
Yeah.
And it drained me. And then I worked on some furniture and finished some projects and made a banana bread and did laundry and cleaned the house. And
that sounds like so much fun.
Don't you want to have kids?
I can't wait to have kids in the future.
What I was going to say was I wanted a kid.
It's the
and
best.
Then some friends of ours recently came over, some neighbors, they came over to help us move up this huge desk that we just restored for my husband. I just hit the camera. So anyway, we invited them over and they had a baby. Like, I guess I don't know if he was an oops or they just planned him out, but he's a toddler and they're my age. Actually, I think they're like 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
So, and I'm seeing her chasing this kid around, and I'm like, no, I can't do it.
See, that's my
I can't do
thing,
it. That's exhausting. And he's like going upstairs, and like my kids have gaming stuff up there, and he's gonna get into stuff, and I'm like, oh, I can't do this again. Nope, I'm too old. I'm too tired. I don't have time. I just don't have the energy to do it. I don't know how people have the energy to have children that late in age. I do not have the same energy I had 10 years ago.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, for sure.
In 10 years, girl, just beware.
Surprising how misunderstood stuff like that actually is.
These women that wait till they're like 40 to have kids, like on purpose, they freeze their eggs so they can have their career. I'm like, you're insane. You better have a nanny.
Well, they will because they've built their career.
True. I could have gone that route, but I liked being home with my children when they were little. I liked being the one who was there every single day with them until they went to kindergarten.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that, and that was my biggest priority when they were little, was staying home and just running around with them and stuff. I mean, I still had my career on the side, but
sure, yeah,
it was nice to be able to be with them. And
it's
stuff.
fun.
So
I'm a big kid. I love it.
So you love kids, and you are doing this 100 Businesses That Care. It's at Two Tones Dueling Piano Bar.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that. I know you have there's 3 different charities that you're raising money for.
Yes.
It's 100% of the proceeds go to them.
Yes.
And it's 100 businesses locally that donate, and all the money goes to them.
Yes.
So that's like $10,000.
$10,000. Yes.
That's going to go to what
those
3 groups?
Yeah.
What 3 groups is it?
So there's kids' meals. While we're on the subject, as a school teacher, I often paid for my students' lunches. And we had something called Backpack Buddies, where we would get a bunch of food and send them home with food on the weekends. So what Kids Meals does is it's like a big school bus, and they drive around to these types of areas, and they feed the students and also the students' families and parents during the times that school is not in session, because that's their only food security, is being at school. Yeah. Another one is Hands of Justice. They are a human trafficking anti-human trafficking organization that is led by overcomers that have been in that world, and how to kind of be human again when you get that taken away from you. It's really...
I know a lady that networks she's in charge of that.
Is her name Rebecca?
I think so.
Or maybe Dawn?
I don't know. I'm so terrible.
They're all really lovely. Yes, I've been to a couple of their fundraisers.
I can see her face. She has glasses. Maybe it's a different charity.
Maybe.
I don't know. I can't keep up with them. No, I think the other one's called Emerging Grace or something.
Yes. That
is that the other one?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then your third one.
And then the third one is a net member called Matthew's Light. So they are an outreach for people in extreme poverty in Montgomery County. They do also in the Houston area for the homeless outreach. And it's just, they are a Christian-led organization. I think Matthew is like one of the characters in the Bible. But it's just, they're very like, come as you are. We don't care who you worship, who you are. Like, we just want to meet you and give you love and support and clothes and food. So our net members, we come out there once a month with her, like nonprofit people, and it's actually really fun.
That's awesome.
I made a few friends down there. I got a phone number. Okay. I did. I got a phone number. He like ripped off his little paper bag and he put his number. I said, "Sir, I'm married." He goes, "You might change your mind." I said, "You know what? You're dang right." So I took it and I went home and I came up to my husband. I said, "I still got it." And he like turned around. He was like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, anyways." He's like so used to like my like personality shenanigans that I can't like shake him anymore. You know what I mean?
No, you shouldn't.
Because we're so like
You should always
secure
be
in our
yourself.
relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that he's just like, "Good for you, babe." And you know, who knows? Maybe I'll call him. I don't know where it is now, but yeah, it's really fun. Like, because if you're in the car, you're not even making eye contact with these people. It's just like to have a human, like, oh shit, like, oh shoot, you're a real human too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Well, and especially all these people these kids and stuff that are struggling.
yeah.
Too, like, I think volunteering for that kind of stuff opens your eyes where we
Yes.
just kind of forget about it. We
Yeah.
don't think about it. It's not on our forefront to think about. We need to constantly be doing what we can to give back
Yeah.
to the community.
And that's
And
something that's
doing
pretty
things
cool.
like this helps us remind us that we need to do that.
Yeah.
That's one of the pretty cool things about the net. You know, there's a difference between volunteering and giving back, right? You know, volunteering is a form of giving back, but not the only form, right? Participating in events like this, if you don't have the time to go down to the food bank and pass out cans, you can donate financially, right? And,
Right.
you know, we try to make a pretty good effort to be able to offer everyone as many opportunities to give back as possible, whether
Right.
that's in time of your day, whether that's in money.
And
like
then
this
that's
event.
a 501c3 write-off.
Yes,
Did I say
all
it right?
three of them are 501c3 approved, and you get a receipt with your donation, and then that night, all three of them are going to have their own little table and kind of get a chance to showcase about themselves, and you get to vote for your favorite one. So the first place will get $5,000, second place will get $3,000, and third place will get $2,000. We've got little fun fake big checks for them. Well, we get the real check, but like, you know what I mean? Those cute little, yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Is Mattress Matt coming?
Not to my knowledge.
Text your bestie. What's going
Let's
on
go,
with that?
Adrian.
Not to
Come
my
on.
knowledge.
Can he make an appearance and like hand him the checks?
I'm not sure. You'd have to get with his department
His
that handles that.
I have a number.
He could be
He's
saving a bus full of
gatekeeping Mattress
babies.
Mac.
I'll give you
or
her number.
He
Okay,
might be
Perfect.
campaigning for president. I mean, you
Yeah.
never know.
I would
Well,
totally
because I
vote
tried to
for
get him
him.
on today, and I called his girl,
Yeah.
and she didn't respond.
He's like, oh, Adrian's
Well,
coming.
see, then I'm
Hard
glad.
pass.
Glad I didn't just
She
speak
might
on
just
his
be busy,
behalf.
though. I mean,
Yeah.
people get busy at summertime. Who knows?
Yeah.
But maybe if we can call her. I didn't also give her very much notice. So, we didn't even talk about doing this show. You probably need to give him a lot of notice. When is
Yeah.
this event again? It's
This is October 22nd. Yeah.
So that's like 2 months notice that we can give him.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I have PR. They reached out to KPRC, Channel 2, and a couple of other different K-Star, Rod Ryan with the Buzz, Grizzy Hood News, Woodlands Online, the Woodlands Mommy thing. Like, we're trying to get people out there. I'd love to get,
What's that? Visit Conroe.
Yeah.
There's another
yeah.
one, Go Lake Conroe with Armando. He's on Lone Star Radio. There's a lot of people that can spread the word.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping to do. Because I really want it to be about these three nonprofits. Like how we were talking about earlier with being pushy sales. I feel like the net is like a puzzle. And your piece either fits or it doesn't. And I don't need to necessarily sell it like in your face. Like, you're just going to have to experience it. And then you decide, does your piece fit or not?
Right.
Because I don't want to force people in.
And it may
It
not
doesn't work if
fit
you
now, but
force.
it could
Yeah.
fit later.
Yeah,
You know, 'cause
totally.
People's change. People's situations
Or like
change.
their commitment to what they can do changes. Like, I've got a lot of
Correct.
ones that love to come to the events but don't want the full benefits of membership, which is totally great. Like I want to
Like
meet
me.
you where you are.
I come to all the events.
Yeah.
It's conveniently usually bar up on my house, so
It's perfect.
and all my friends are there.
I plan it that way, so she'll come.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah. If anybody, y'all have an event next week, Tuesday evening.
Yes, August 20th at Moonshine Deck Ice House
At
from
5:30.
5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm. I'll be
Yeah.
there. I plan on being there. Hopefully, I don't get tainted with some
Ugh,
shellfish or
that's
some
the worst.
MSG or something.
Yeah,
'Cause I keep
hopefully
having
not.
these bad reactions,
bummer.
and
that stinks.
it's happened like 3 times this year.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have the flu.
Yeah.
It's terrible, but it only lasts for a day, and then I wake up the next day, and then I'm like fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so weird.
You're like, wait, did that just happen?
And then I take Benadryl, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. I usually like sleep with my mouth wide open when I take Benadryl. My husband likes that. He thinks it's funny.
I mean,
I
he's not
probably
wrong.
keep him awake.
Yeah, probably.
He's a pretty hard sleeper. But yeah. So, and your husband's gonna come to this?
Hopefully, if not, he'll be watching our daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't come to a lot of stuff because he's home with her. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's home with her a lot.
Can he bring her?
Yeah, we can, but like it becomes like if you think like I'm like a big personality, wait till you meet my 3-nager. Like the whole world revolves around her as far as I'm concerned. So like I wouldn't even be able to work. You
Right.
know, I'm just hanging out with her. So we'll see.
Gotcha.
But she's come to member meetings before.
Well, I mean the
And,
100
the
businesses
event.
the 100 businesses that care.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think she'll make it to that?
No,
Too
no,
much
no.
distraction.
No,
Yeah.
that kind of one I don't
Oh, 'cause
believe
it's
the
at Two
venue
Tones.
allows
You're right.
under 21.
I wasn't even thinking about it being at 2
Yeah,
Tones.
no.
Yeah.
Moonshine is a good one, and I honestly like we're really cool about people bringing their children because like that's life.
Well, there's a
Yeah,
lot of
but, I mean,
kids
we're
there
running the
running
event.
around outside,
Yeah.
It's hard to
which is nice
maintain
because if you
kids.
need to pick up your kids and then you can still come for a little bit, let your kids run around, buy them some food,
Yeah.
and you can network a little bit depending on how old they are. 3-year-olds are gonna be hard to do that.
3-year-old.
But like my kids, I can pick them up. They're 5th or 6th graders now.
Yes, we
I
have
could
lots
dump
of
them off
members
in
that
the
do that.
yard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let them play cornhole.
Yep.
Pickleball.
You know, yeah. I'm like, here's a lemonade. Here's some French fries and wings. They're happy.
Yeah. Yeah. We have quite a few members
it's
that'll do
fenced
that.
in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They can't escape.
Yeah. I love that though because like the whole reason I'm doing networking is to be a better provider for my family, to spend more time with my family. So like if I can create opportunities for you to bring your family, of course we're going to make that happen. And like if my family's not on board with something, I'm not going to do it. So like
Right.
I need your family to be on board with this so that you are also, you know, on
Right.
board. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's a great group of people.
Yeah,
We
it's
have-
going to be a pretty successful event too. We haven't even really started pushing it big. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't start doing that until you're like in the 6-week window. But even now, we've already got more than half.
Almost completely half. We have 48
already.
sponsors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we need 52 more.
52 people. We
Yep.
need 52 people to sponsor.
Well, and it's pretty cool with the sponsorship. Not only does it give you the donation and the ticket in,
It's
but you also get
$100.
3
You
other.
get 4 tickets.
You get 3 other tickets, right? So bring, coworkers, bring clients, bring whatever. And it's going to be a really good time. I mean, that's, at least going to be 400 people there. And if you've ever been to 2 Tones, it is a great time. We're going to have, the pianists are going to be there. We're not
Are you
just.
singing?
I'm not.
I will pay him not to. No, you'll be out of town, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be on
Yeah,
the boat.
he'll be out of
I'm going to be on
town.
the cruise.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
Yeah. But
It's going to be weird to have that there without you there.
it is. It's going to be
I feel
weird.
like the
It
only
might be
reason I
calmer.
go there is because of you.
I'm
That's like his
foreseeing
place.
some
Yeah, right.
fire and some brimstone. But hey, can't all be perfect, right?
That's right.
No, but it's gonna be a great time, a great opportunity for networking. Great to anybody that you thought that might be good at networking, because it's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Give them one of those tickets, have them come by, see what you do, right? See how you're giving back to the
Yeah.
community. I mean, there's such a multifaceted activity, much like we try to have the net events to be.
And
that
so
it'd be
your
nice to go.
$100 ticket is a write-off. It includes 4 tickets, entrance into and then what else does it include? Are y'all gonna have food and stuff there, or?
They have like a bar there, but we're not supplying any food or alcohol.
Yeah, that's part of them making a little bit of money on the event too.
Two Tones wants us to,
bring people
support them as they support us.
Correct.
Because the guys playing the pianos aren't cheap either.
Okay, so we're gonna have some real people playing. It's not
Yeah.
karaoke.
No, it's real.
It's the same guys.
We hired
that play all the
real
time.
entertainment.
Well,
Yeah.
I've never been for that stuff. I guess
I've never been either for that.
I've only been like to that one event that I saw you at
Really?
when you were singing.
Y'all have never happened.
I had
Never,
we had a
not
class
once,
there.
ever.
We had a modern marketing class there during the day, but there was no entertainment.
Wow.
So
Y'all have got to go to Two Tones.
I know. I don't go anywhere. I'm a mom. I know where all the baseball fields are. And soccer fields.
I'm caught up on laundry right now.
Skate parks and
I make a great Play-Doh rainbow.
Yes.
Not to get too off topic, one of the things I love about Two Tones is that, when you're looking for entertainment, right? I mean, y'all are moms, y'all don't really have a whole lot of time to go out and do some of the night networking things like I do. Mm-hmm. Most of the networking stuff is done at restaurants and bars. That's outside of that as an adult, there's dance halls. It's just go out somewhere, eat, drink, and listen to music. And it's the same kind of thing over and over again. Two Tones actually gives us a show. It's one of the few things to do in this area where you actually go and watch entertainment. It's very much so like a comedy show.
Right.
It's interactive. Everybody around you is requesting songs and jumping up. They get people participating in the songs. I mean, it is a good time. You definitely should go.
I will, October 22nd.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yes, yeah.
I'll be there. I don't know who I'm going to bring yet, but I'm definitely planning on being there. I have it marked on my calendar.
Yay.
And if anybody wants to go with me, let me know. I would love to have people on board with me. So, yeah, and I have it here. Matthews Light, Hands of Justice, and Kids Meals. If you want to support them, you can donate $100 to businesses that care. All the information will be on the linked in this below. But there's no, I guess just email you at your affordable air. I don't have an email for you for the 100 businesses that care.
Yeah,
or the
I'll give
net.
you
want
an
me to send
email.
it to the net?
Yeah, because it's on our website. You can donate right through our website.
Okay, so if you go to the net levelupnetworking.com, you can email. It's at info@thenetlevelupnetworking.com, and sign up. There's also, is this your phone number that they can call?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's 713-505-9059. We need 52 more businesses. Don't miss out, though, because it sounds like, oh, my God, that's so many. They fill up fast. It's a $100 donation, so it's easy to get a business to give $100. They do sell pretty quickly, and it is going to be a fun event. Y'all haven't even really been advertising. I only knew of it because of you. I think you just told me about it.
Yeah.
I don't think I had seen anything yet, and then I went on the Facebook page.
Yeah, you don't want to push big events like this out too soon because it can spoil it, right? You want the excitement of, oh, that's right around the corner to build and entice that action to go ahead and give.
Right.
If it's like 8 months away, people can file it away as, that's something I'll do later. Something I'll do down the road. And then every time you see it, it's, oh, yeah, I'm just going to do it down the road, until you look at it, it's like, oh, shoot, that's next week. I've already got stuff going on. I can't, right? So you really want to, there's a window where you want to get it in front of people to encourage them into action.
6 weeks is about the best time.
We have a board of directors that in the net we refer to as the pillars. One of them is Craig's wife, Brandy Williams.
Right.
She is like an angel reincarnated. Literally, I want to be her when I grow up. And she is really big into that whole world. So we've leaned very heavily on her for her like advice and wisdom. And this was her idea to like do it in this kind of like format. Because all I told her, I said, I want to raise money. I want to have fun. Let's make it happen. And she's like, okay, cool. And then came up with the whole thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Excalibur
Pest Control.
Yeah, it's Craig Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And his wife's name is?
Brandy
Williams?
Yes.
That's awesome. And what does she do?
Everything. Like, we literally don't have enough time. She's on lots of different boards for nonprofits. She's really big into her own church and stuff.
I love Craig.
Me too.
He
I know.
came
I
and
wish
helped
he was
me.
here.
Like, I've never even done business with him. I didn't know him that well. I knew him through the net a little bit. I'd met him like once or twice, but he came to visit my BNI and we got to talking. And then, I knew he did his own podcast, and I was literally starting this one. And I was like, I need help. I don't know how to cut reels and shorts out of the YouTube. And he was like, oh, it's super easy. And he's like, I can come to your house and show you how to do it. It'll take you a few minutes. And he did. Yeah. He just like showed up and he's like, go here and do this. And it was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks to AI. But I mean, he was just so nice. And I'm like, I feel like I owe you something. And he's like, no. He drove all the way to my house, and he's just such a nice guy. He's like, I just want to help.
The kind of people they are. Yeah.
And so anyway, he's out Excalibur Pest Control.
Yes.
And I told him, like, you're on my Karen's list now. So I have my pest control people I actually only have 2 or 3 pest control, depending on where you're at, that I refer out, which there's tons of pest control people.
Totally.
I do have another girl that I also really like her. But, I try to support the women in the business.
Absolutely.
I have a couple of girls that are awesome. But then I also have my friend in the Woodlands that I love, too. And so it's like, who do you choose? But yeah, Craig's on. He's like, well, you made the list, man. Like, you're awesome. Like, the fact that he did that.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do that.
No, for sure.
And he didn't expect anything out of it.
Yeah, no, that's genuinely the kind of people they are. I want to be them when I grow up, for sure. Yeah.
Really good people.
Really good people.
Thanks, Craig. We appreciate you.
Yay.
Well, this has been fun. I'm really happy to have y'all on the show. All of their information will be linked in there. Adrian's inhomefloors.com. And then we've got, you don't have your phone number on here, Adrian. Do you want to give out your phone number?
Sure. You can reach me any time of the day at 832-797-9465.
Awesome. Yeah, and you can always email the show, themissunderstoodshow @gmail.com if you have questions or you need information. I'm really excited. I'm excited about the event next week.
Me too.
I'm excited about this. And it's going to be fun.
Sweet. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
I feel more understood now.
We forgot our joke.